Today our topic is the best Stoic quotes for tough times. Life is not always easy. Sometimes we face challenges that seem too big to handle. We feel lost, worried, or even hopeless. But the ancient Stoic philosophers taught us that tough times are not just obstacles. They are opportunities to grow stronger and wiser. Stoicism is a philosophy that helps us focus on what we can control and accept what we cannot. It teaches us to stay calm, think clearly, and act with courage, no matter how hard life gets. Let me share with you some of the best Stoic quotes for tough times and explain how they can help you in your life. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quote reminds us that we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we react. When life gets tough, it is easy to feel like everything is out of our hands. But the truth is, we always have control over our thoughts and actions. If we focus on what we can do, instead of worrying about what we cannot change, we will feel more powerful and less afraid. For example, if you lose your job, you cannot change the fact that it happened, but you can decide how to respond. You can choose to feel sorry for yourself, or you can take action by looking for new opportunities and improving your skill. The choice is yours, and that is where your strength lies. Another great Stoic quote comes from Epictetus, who said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This is similar to the first quote, but it goes even deeper. Epictetus teaches us that our reaction to events is more important than the events themselves. Imagine two people facing the same problem, like a broken car. One person gets angry, yells, and blames others, while the other person stays calm, thinks about solutions, and calls for help. Who do you think will handle the situation better? The second person, of course, because they focus on their reaction instead of the problem itself. This is a powerful lesson for tough times. When something bad happens, try to pause and think, how can I respond in a way that helps me and others? This simple question can change the way you see challenges and make you a stronger person. Seneca, another famous Stoic philosopher, said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body." This quote is like a reminder that tough times are not just something to survive. They are something to learn from. Think about lifting weights. At first it is hard, and your muscles hurt, but over time you get stronger. The same is true for your mind. When you face difficulties, your mind gets stronger and more resilient. For example, if you go through a tough time at work, like a big project with tight deadlines, you might feel stressed and overwhelmed. But once you finish it, you will realize that you are now better at handling pressure and solving problems. The next time a challenge comes, you will be more prepared because your mind has grown stronger. So, instead of avoiding difficulties, see them as a chance to grow. Another Stoic quote that can help in tough times is from Marcus Aurelius, "The obstacle is the way." This means that the challenges we face are not just problems to solve. They are the path to becoming better. Imagine you are walking on a road, and suddenly there's a big rock in your way. You can either complain about the rock and give up, or you can climb over it and continue your journey. The rock is not stopping you. It is teaching you how to climb. In life, obstacles are like that rock. They are not there to block you. They are there to help you grow. For example, if you face a difficult relationship, it might feel like a huge obstacle. But if you work on understanding the other person and improving yourself, you will become a better partner, friend, or family member. The obstacle is not just a problem. It is the way to becoming a better version of yourself. Epictetus also said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." This quote is very important in tough times, especially when we feel like we do not have enough. Society often tells us that we need more money, more things, and more success to be happy. But Stoicism teaches us that true wealth comes from being content with what we have. When we focus on what we lack, we feel poor, no matter how much we own. But when we appreciate what we already have, we feel rich, even if we do not have much. For example, if you lose your job and have less money, it is easy to feel like you are missing out. But if you focus on the things that money cannot buy, like your health, your family, and your ability to learn and grow, you will realize that you are still rich in many ways. This mindset can help you stay positive and motivated, even when times are tough. Another powerful Stoic quote is from Marcus Aurelius. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. This means that our pain and suffering often come from how we think about things, not from the things themselves. For example, if someone says something mean to you, you might feel hurt. But the pain is not in their words. It is in how you interpret those words. If you decide not to take it personally, or if you choose to forgive them, the pain will go away. This is a very freeing idea, because it means that we have the power to change how we feel. When something bad happens, ask yourself, is this really as bad as I think, or am I making it worse in my mind? This question can help you see things more clearly and reduce your suffering. Seneca also said, "Sometimes even to live is an act of courage." This quote is especially important for people who are going through very tough times, like illness, loss, or depression. Sometimes just getting through the day feels like a huge challenge. But the fact that you are still trying, still pushing forward, is a sign of courage. You are stronger than you think, and your effort matters. Even if you feel like you are not making progress, remember that every small step counts. For example, if you are feeling sad and you manage to get out of bed and take a shower, that is a victory. Celebrate those small wins and know that you are brave for keeping going. Finally, let me share one more Stoic quote from Epictetus. "No man is free who is not master of himself." This means that true freedom comes from self-control. When we let our emotions, desires, or fears control us, we are not really free. But when we learn to control our thoughts and actions, we become the masters of our own lives. For example, if you feel angry and want to say something hurtful, but you choose to stay calm and speak kindly, you are exercising self-control. This makes you free because you are not a slave to your emotions. In tough times, self-control is even more important. It helps you stay focused, make good decisions, and keep moving forward, even when things are hard. In conclusion, Stoic philosophy offers us many powerful lessons for tough times. It teaches us to focus on what we can control, to see challenges as opportunities, and to find strength in our reactions. The quotes we discussed today remind us that we are stronger than we think, that obstacles are the way to growth, and that true wealth and freedom come from within. Next time you face a difficult situation, remember these Stoic ideas. Pause, think, and choose how you will respond. You have the power to turn tough times into moments of growth and strength. Life will always have ups and downs, but with Stoic wisdom you can face anything with courage and calm.